Betsy, Ellen, and Ralph, bring your readers up here. Ralph, start on page 32.
Alice opened the door and went in. The door led,
Thank you, Ralph.
right.
Betsy.
The door led right into a large kitchen, which was full of smoke from one end to the other.
Go on.
The Duchess was sitting on a three-legged stool in the middle, nursing a baby.
Betsy, keep going until I tell you to stop.
The cook was leaning over the fire, stirring a large cauldron which seemed to be full of soup. There's certainly too much pepper in that soup, Alice said to herself, as well as she could for sneezing.
She read a whole page and another page.
You read very well. Is this very easy for you?
Oh yes.
I guess then that you'd better not stay in this class. See if you can read that.
This time, it was poetry, full of hard words, fun to pronounce.
Well, there's no sense in you reading along in the third reader. After this, you'll recite out of the seventh reader with Frank and Stashy.
I can't be allowed to read in the seventh reader. I don't write a bit well, and I couldn't do anything with seventh grade math.
I didn't say anything about your number work. I don't know anything about it. You haven't recited yet. 7 times 8, Betsy.
54. 56.
Okay. 9 times 8.
72.
9 times 12.
108.
Betsy, 7 times 7.
47.
49.
7 times 12, Ellen.
84.
Well, Betsy, you were right about your math. I guess you better recite with Eliza for a while. She's doing second grade work.
Why? I don't know what I am. If I'm second grade math, seventh grade reading, and third grade spelling, what grade am I?
You aren't any grade at all. No matter where you are in school. You're just yourself, aren't you? What difference does it make what grade you're in? And what's the use of your reading little baby things too easy for you just because you don't know your multiplication table? Now, could you help Molly with her reading? She's getting on so much better than the rest of her class. But don't help her unless she's really stuck.
Elizabeth Ann was startled by this request, which was unheard of in her experience. Elizabeth Ann had never had anything to do with younger children than herself. She felt very pleased and important to have someone look up to her.
Well, Betsy, how did Molly do?
Oh, is the time up? Why, she does beautifully, I think, for such a little thing.
Do you suppose she could go into the second reader with Eliza? There's no use keeping her in the first if she's ready to go on.
Her head whirled at the second light-handed juggling of the grades. No one in the big brick schoolhouse ever went into another grade except at the beginning of a new year.
Time for recess.
Do you like dolls with yellow hair the best?
No, I don't. I get just sick and tired of seeing them with that old, bright yellow hair. I like them to have brown hair.
So do I. That lovely doll your folks have has brown hair.
My folks?
Yes, your Aunt Abigail and Uncle Henry.
Have they got a doll?
Oh my yes. She's the one Mrs. Putney had when she was a little girl. She's in a trunk in the attic. They let me take her down once when I was there with Mother. Mother said, now that you've come to live there, they probably let you have her down all the time. I'll bring mine over next Saturday if you want me to, but mine has yellow hair.
Well, I suppose you're starved, aren't you? Get yourself a piece of bread and butter. Or why don't you have an apple? What desk did you get?
The second seat in the third row.
I guess that's your Uncle Henry's desk. Are there a couple HPs carved on it?
Yes.
His father carved the HP on the lid. So Henry put his inside. I remember the winter he put it there. I sat in the first seat in the third row.
Was George Washington alive then?
Mercy no, child. It's time I get supper ready. We divide up the work. And gets the dinner. And I get the supper, and everybody gets his own breakfast. Which would you rather do? Help him with the dinner or me with the supper?
Help you.
That's fine. You better look in on that applesauce.
I don't know how to cook.
Well, You know how to stir sugar in your cup of cocoa, don't you?
But how much shall I put in?
Oh, till it tastes right. Fix it to suit yourself. And I suppose the rest of us will like it too.
That was the best applesauce, Betsy.
Yes, it sure was. Well, how did you get on at school?
I've got your desk.
Well, now, that's a mighty good desk.
But I'm mixed up. I'm second grade math, third grade spelling, and seventh grade reading.
7th grade reading. Suppose she could read aloud to us evenings.
Yes.
Yes, Father, and play checkers.
Elizabeth Ann read uninterrupted until time for bed.
Inspired by the novel Understood Betsy by Dorothy Canfield. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.